Good morning. This is now day 7 of Mama's tour here in the Philippines, and we're starting the day off early. Actually, we left the house when Chris was still in bed before she left to go to work. It's 7:53 now, and we're on our way to Intramuros to start exploring over there early because that's one of the most beautiful historic places here in the Philippines. There are going to be a lot of very interesting places for us to see. We're going to look for a tour. There are a few different options. There's a walking tour, a biking tour, which Mama can't ride a bike, but there could be an option for a tricycle bike where I could ride it and she can be in the cabin, which would be really great. If we can find that option, that would be the best. There's also a horse and buggy tour, which is another option. There are some historic restaurants, there's a historic mansion, there's a military fort, so definitely a lot for us to see. Alright, so we're here in Intramuros now. And, what
an experience.
What an experience. What better way to get around than on a tricycle, right? So right now we're going to the church to experience the oldest church in the Philippines.
The last time in 1950, if I'm not mistaken. So the Japanese and American, also the Filipino and Spanish, they donated lots. I mean, the Japanese donated 67,000 sacks of the cement, and then the Spaniards, they used to build these signs. And then the American donated money for the equipments, and then the Filipino, they work hard to build this one.
Sure.
Yeah. And then let's go in the front. Okay. As you can see, this is bigger than any churches inside of Intramuros or even outside. So this church also, as I said, 7 times destroyed or 8 times rebuilt. The Chinese built also this one. And the reason behind why we have a pineapple outside, that means prosperity. Okay. So the Chinese can convert also as a Catholic. And then almost of the people who can use this church is Chinese because they are rich. Unlike the Filipino, 50% are, poor. We cannot afford.
The Manila Cathedral has been built, destroyed by fire, earthquakes, and war, only to be rebuilt as many as 8 times, including major structural upgrades over its long history. The original structure was erected back in 1571 as a simple parish built out of nipa, a type of palm tree, and bamboo. 8 years later, it was raised to the status of a cathedral and then again promoted as the Metropolitan Archdiocese of Manila in 1595.
5,863 pipes.
That's incredible. That's really unbelievable.
If we have an opportunity, we can visit also.
So, just imagine.
And then if you want to use this church, is about 1 year before you're married. You have to go here. And then I think 50,000 with the air conditioner for this new church because it's very hot.
That would be an extremely memorable experience to get married in this
But only
place.
for 1 hour, sir.
Like it was a new little church,
Right.
right?
We got married in Tagaytay.
Oh really, sir?
Yeah.
Nice one. I love Tagaytay because of the Taal volcano.
Yes, we were there too. My mom visited Taal volcano.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom, for visiting Taal.
Sure, I love it.
Talk about some unfortunate luck. The first time the cathedral was destroyed was by fire in 1583. The fire was started by candle during the governor's funeral in San Agustin Church nearby, which also burned down much of the city. The second time the cathedral was made out of stone and built by 1592, was destroyed by an earthquake 8 years later. Construction of the third cathedral began in 1614 and then destroyed by another earthquake in 1645. The fourth cathedral was finished construction in 1671, and in 1750 a dome was added to the crossing. It was heavily damaged in 1863 by another earthquake. Next time the cathedral construction was completed in 1879, only to have the bell tower destroyed by a new earthquake the following year. The most recent time it was destroyed by the Japanese invaders in 1945 during World War II, and it was finally rebuilt with international aid in 1958.
What is this building?
The Palacio del Gobernador is a former presidential house. before. But we don't have a president during the Spanish colony. We have only governor from Spain. So they came here and then their offices is over here, the white building. And then that white building before is also a town hall. So they call also this one as a jewel palace because this one is about billion pesos spent. No, it's okay, ma'am. Don't worry.
I'm so sorry, I didn't find that.
No, it's okay, ma'am. And then this one, ma'am, sir, this is a bullfighting arena during the Spanish.
Bullfighting, really? Okay.
After the fight, they came to the church and they praised the Lord.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe like that. So they call this one as a Plaza Roma. And then after that, the American came here and they changed the name of this one as a Plaza McKinley to honor the president of the American.
Okay.
And then after that, they changed another name as a Plaza Roma again. There, let's go to the statue.
This is King Carlos IV who introduced vaccinations to the Philippines here.
And then they use kids, age 8 to 10 years old. And they use
Vaccinate them?
yeah, because during the time they don't have visa. Yeah, and then they just produce the good bacteria for the vaccination, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So they bring 20 kids from Spain here to spread the vaccine.
These stones here were actually imported from China to build a square.
And then this Intramuros has 7 kinds of churches before. Later I will show you the place.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yep. Let's go for another bike ride. This one is going to be a lot quieter than the previous one. Hopefully we'll not be ripping us off like the last one did.
So this is the Intramuros. It's around off the road. And it's a former hotel used by the Spanish. But today, it was used by the Chinese as their main office because they distribute the mango, especially in China and Asia. And then the white building over here, this one, sir. This one is the Kaisa Heritage. That one is the museum for the Chinese because before the Spanish came here, we had already 150 Chinese merchants lives inside the world. I'm gonna show you the memory. So welcome to Plazuela de Santa Isabel. This monument is dedicated for those who died during the Battle of Manila. It's not only the Filipino. We have also a Latin American who lives here and Americans, also a European people who lives here. So there are also victims of the war, the Japanese and American. It's the fight of those. So there are about 100,000 innocent lives during the war.
You know, over time, you know, the culture just kind of disappears with time. So to be able to keep it, it's very, very important.
Yes, sir. So I'm very glad
Definitely,
that we
yes.
have here restored this place.